First and foremost, I want to say if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. And secondly, I have a confession to make. I have not been studying my driver's guide at all, which is not good because I have to take that written test. So here we go again, holding myself accountable by reading it on this live. Because I left off on page 32. Let's see here. Skills test, Class D non-commercial, to ensure an applicant for a Class D driver's license understands the rules of the road. It is beneficial for the applicant to pass the knowledge test prior to taking the skills test. However, tests may be taken in either order. Skills tests may only be scheduled during daylight hours and during acceptable weather conditions. 12 or fewer errors is a passing score. If you fail a skills test, you must wait 3 days to retest. You will also be required to pay both test fees again, county and skills test examiner. Who is required to take a skills test? Those who have never been licensed before, have completed an approved driver's training course, and the SIP under 17 skills test eligibility dates are strictly enforced. Oh, let's see. This is uncomfortable. Hold on. Ow. Alright. Okay. Are driving on an instruction permit, 17 years of age or older, and want to become a licensed driver. Have vision that does not meet minimum standards. Have a recurring skills test requirement due to a medical or visual condition. Present a foreign license if there is no reciprocity agreement present. Present an Idaho or out-of-state driver's license that has been expired 25 months or more, does not apply to commercial driver's licenses, CDL. Additional circumstances are required see, this is ridiculous. I can't hardly see. I need a new prescription on my glasses because it's like, for some reason, wearing the glasses makes it worse. That's why I'm not wearing them now. Additional circumstances for a required skills test. Having any mental or physical impairment that might affect the safe operation of a motor vehicle. When a county agent has concerns about an applicant's ability to safely operate a motor vehicle regardless of prior license, experience, or age. Scheduling a skills test. Idaho has third-party contractors who administer all Class D skills tests. Applicants required to take a skills test are referred to the website itd.idaho.gov/itddmv. Funny. To obtain contact information for the skills test examiners. Click on the driver's license ID cards tab, then scroll down and click on skills test. Contact the skills test examiner of your choice. If the skills test examiner cannot be reached, leave a voicemail with your name and phone number. They will not return calls unless a voicemail with your information is provided, and that's 100% understandable. And for those of you just joining me, I am reading from the Idaho Driver's Handbook because I still need to go down and take my written test so I could transfer my license from Washington to Idaho. And I don't like taking tests and I don't like studying, so I'm doing it on here because I'm trying to hold myself accountable and I want y'all to hold me accountable. Thank you in advance. Restricted skills test. Notify the skills test examiner if you require or would like restricted skills tests. Restricted skills tests are for applicants who are unable to drive outside of their specific restrictions or proposed restrictions or only want to drive to and from certain locations. See, I didn't even know they could do that. Interesting. A restricted driver's license gives applicants some mobility while only allowing them to safely operate a motor vehicle within their abilities. If you do not want a restricted driver's license, you must complete the entire skills test route without any modifications. You must discuss all options with the skills test examiner prior to taking the skills test. Required documents to bring for the skills test: proof of identity with photo, a state-issued Idaho or any other jurisdiction photo ID or driver's license, instruction permit, supervised instruction permit, passport, school ID, yearbook, etc., etc. Vehicle permission, written or verbal in person. If you are not the owner of the vehicle being used for the skills test, what's that? Oh, my phone being weird. If you are not the owner of the vehicle being used for the skills test, permission to use the vehicle must be provided to the skills test examiner either in written format or in person verbally. Permission over the phone is not acceptable. Yeah. Let's see here. Vehicle insurance, not expired. A paper digital copy of valid proof of insurance must be in the vehicle during the skills test. And SR22 is not valid proof of insurance. Vehicle registration, not expired. Valid, not a photocopy, must be in the vehicle during the skills test and signed by the registrant. Skills test receipt, only required for identity verification if no state-issued credential, Idaho or another jurisdiction, is provided as proof of identity. Photo identification is still required if a skills test receipt is provided. Skills test evaluation form, if applicable. Form provided by ITD for use by the skills test examiner is required for a medical caution, reevaluation, or skills test requirement at the time of the skills test. Passengers. Passengers are not allowed during the skills test. Exceptions may be made for the following categories of passengers. These specific passengers must be 18 years of age or older, with valid identification, and must sign a liability waiver. Parent or legal guardian. Only one parent or legal guardian may accompany a minor 17 years of age or younger during the skills test. Translator. Translators are not required to be certified or have a valid driver's license. Applicants are responsible for procuring a translator if deemed necessary. Law enforcement. An officer may accompany a current inmate during a skills test. Missionaries. A religious missionary companion may accompany the applicant during a skills test if requested. Oh man, this all just takes me back though to many years ago when I tried to get my driver's license. For one, I didn't do driver's ed in high school. For two, the person who had originally tried to teach me how to drive was very verbally and physically and emotionally abusive. So ultimately I ended up teaching myself to drive. Didn't read the driver's guide. Yeah, it was a big mess. It was over, for those of you who are from Tacoma, you know what I'm talking about. It's that DMV that's over, I want to say 64th and Yakima. That's where we went. I had my mom sitting in the car with me. I drove there, no license, no nothing. All I had was proof of insurance, which literally made no sense that I would have proof of insurance, but no driver's license, no instruction permit, no nothing. But I drove over there to take the skills test, right? Had my mom in the passenger seat to make it look like I had a licensed driver who was, observing what I was doing. Now, mind you, my mom never had a driver's license or a car in her entire life. But suffice it to say, that skills test went horribly wrong. Got an instructor that had a really bad attitude, for one. And then for two, like I said, I had no practice. It was terrible, right? And my skills test was so bad that dude didn't even give me a number score. It was just an automatic F. You know what I mean? And when was that? Oh, man. That was back in... Let me think. I want to say that was back in 1999. So ultimately, I did end up getting my driver's license in 2005. That was after I was divorced from that first abusive dude and was married to my kid's dad. And that's one nice thing that I can really say about his family, is that they did go above and beyond to help me get my driver's license. My ex-sister-in-law literally went down to the insurance place and got her proof of insurance like the day before I had to take the skills test. I got to drive her car. It was a green 4-door Saturn SL2. Yeah, and I went to West Bremerton to the DMV there to take the skills test, because rumor had it that there was this older white gentleman with white hair who passed everybody, right? And I'm thinking, oh man, I hope I get this guy. I hope I get this guy. I have my fingers crossed and everything, right? Well, I'm waiting in the parking lot with her because we had to wait out there. And the instructor came out of the building and was headed our direction. It was the dude, and I was like, yes. So yes, I did pass the skills test, but I scored an 86. Hands were like numb. I scored an 86, and I was told, there's some things that you need to work on and practice. Please do so. Which ultimately, I kind of did. I'm still not great at parallel parking, though. I'm not gonna lie. So if I, can find some other place to park and not park like alongside a road somewhere, I'm gonna do it. I don't know. I'm just still kind of intimidated by parallel parking, and that's kind of a requirement. That's one of the things that's on the skills test, because there's a lot of places to parallel park in Bremerton, Tacoma, Seattle especially. That's a big one. They have ridiculous parking over there. So alright, so now we're on page 35. Skills test examiner vehicle inspection. The skills test examiner will inspect and verify that all items listed below meet Idaho code and ITD standards. Passenger door, passenger seat belt, rear view, side mirrors, rear view or both side mirrors, windshield, no cracks or obstructions. That's a big one. You can get a ticket for that. Tires must have at least 2/32 inch of or more tread. Studded tires are not allowed. May 1st to September 30th. Dashboard gauges, lights, no critical lights or gauges are illuminated. Vehicles with dealer plates cannot, oh, I didn't know that. Vehicles with dealer plates cannot be used for skills tests unless the applicant is a dealer or a full-time salesperson. This must be proven by providing a state-issued dealer's ID card. Rental cars are not allowed to be used for taking a skills test if the applicant is not a licensed driver or is under the age of 25. Okay, it really is true. You do learn something new every day, that's for sure. I didn't know that either. If the provided motor vehicle does not meet standards, another skills test will be scheduled contingent upon bringing a safe and roadworthy vehicle or repairing the current motor vehicle. And once again, I am going to stop here on page 35. Like I said, this is so boring. Just keep me in your thoughts and prayers when it comes to me, getting this all done. I do not like to study for tests. It's boring. Alright. Okay. Well, I will let you all go. And like I said, if you are not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. I'm looking to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of January 2025. And of course, I need y'all's help to do that. So that'd be greatly appreciated. Spread the word about this channel. I read from the Idaho Driver's Handbook. I do a lot of reviews on different things and places. I like to share my testimony and share bits and pieces of my life, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So, anyways, Thanks for tuning in. Talk to y'all another time. Have a wonderful day. Bye. There. Oh, I gotta eat my food.